What's this I've heard about Maria brawling in the street with Leanne Battersby?
Wasn't Maria's fault.
It takes two to have a scrap, you know. I just thought Maria had a bit more class about her.
Shut up, Tommy. What do you know about it?
Oh, who's rattled your cage?
Martin? Martin!
Hiya. Good morning, young lady.
Oh, I don't know what to do. We heard these awful noises in the night. Bethany was really frightened and we made Mum away.
All right, calm down.
How do you mean, awful noises?
Oh, they were coming from, like, the roof, you know, in the loft. And it sounded like pebbles rolling about or something running around. We were just had to get out of bed and come downstairs in the end.
Sure you weren't having just a bad dream?
I am not an idiot.
All right, I wasn't saying that.
I've got some ladders. You can borrow them if you want. Just say the word.
All right, Tom, if I need them.
My pleasure.
Charlie sorted the washing machine out.
Like you thought, Liz. Plaster on my jeans, clogging the workshop.
Told you it was his fault.
Oh. And this and all. One of yours, I think. So, you see, it wasn't all Charlie's fault.
Right, I'll best get off. See you later.
Yeah, see ya. Why do you have to be so rotten to Charlie?
I haven't said a word to him.
No, you don't. It's like you can't bring yourself.
Hey, you can't expect me to enjoy him being here. It's like all of a sudden I've got no privacy in the house with him here.
Well, if you don't like it, move out. Find yourself a place of your own like everybody else has to.
Except Charlie.
Candice, can you make sure Mrs. Jessel gets a coffee, please? And Maria, get your face straight. It's supposed to be a hairdressing salon, not a chapel of rest.
She's fed up because Jamie Baldwin dumped her.
Oh, is this right?
No, he didn't exactly dump me.
Yes, he did. Viz saw it. Do you know that she told me everything?
All right, get a kick out of it, eh, Candice?
Well, there's no point pretending, Maria. You only end up looking stupid.
Yes, all right, girls, all right. Come on, don't let's have an argy-bargy. Oh, well, happens to us all, you know, my darling. Come on, cheer up.
But Audrey, he was using me. I worked it all out, I can see it now. He'd split up with Leanne Battersby. Or rather, she'd split up with him. And he was using me to try and make her jealous.
Yeah, well, you should have thought of that, shouldn't you? But you're too mad keen on grabbing him.
Oh, now, come on. Well, let that be a lesson to you, eh? Learn from it. And make sure nobody does that to you again, right? Mind you probably will, because that's life. Oh, I don't know, you girls. I mean, you're always in such a rush to get yourself a boyfriend. You should take your time. Look about a bit. There's still plenty of decent lads about.
Not round here. Not that I've spotted.
Here, get a seat, I'll get him. Right, Leanne. Grab 2 coffees, white, no sugar.
Can I have whatever you want as long as you can pay for it?
Don't be like that. Listen, I've kicked Maria into touch.
Am I supposed to be interested? Because I'm not. That's 180.
OK, be like that. I'll only ask again.
Well, I won't be holding my breath. You change.
Right.
You just got a one-way ticket to Cockfosters by the sounds of it.
She's just getting back at me for taking Maria out. She's mad about me, really.
Didn't sound like that to me. You're well shot of her if you ask me.
Yeah, but I don't ask you, do I?
Well, why chase that one anyway? She's about as high class as a litter bin on a lamppost. You can have any girl you want.
Yeah, I know. Take after my dad, I expect. And I'm not even married.
Here, let me take that off you.
Low time.
Where do you want them?
Bar top will do fine.
Do you mind me asking you something? I'm going to anyway. It's plain as daylight that you've got a problem with me moving in with Shelley. What's it all about?
It's nothing personal. It's nothing against you.
Then why?
Well, before, there were just women in the house. Shelley and me. Till you came, it were like being in the ladies. Now you're here, it's like one of them unisex arrangements, like on an aeroplane or something.
I see.
Like I said, it's nothing personal. It's me, not you. What it is, I'm out of the habit of sharing my living space with a man. Out of practice, you could say. My husband, well, you probably heard anyway, is in prison, and he has been for the last 4 years.
I had heard you. Jim, isn't it?
Yeah, Jim. And I miss him. And like I was telling you, I'm not used to having a man around anymore.
You'll soon get back into it. With a bit of luck, you get to like it.
Right, no point me starting that next job. I'll get home, have an early dinner.
All right, Chief. Hey, sort out your problem yet?
Oh, well, we know what it is.
It's squirrels. We've got squirrels in the loft.
Squirrels? Get out.
Yeah, so you better keep your ears open for the same trouble in your house.
I will. Thanks for the tip-off.
All right.
I'll tell you one thing for sure. Me and Beth are not sleeping in that house until we are dead certain it's a squirrel-free zone.
I don't blame you. Tree rats, that's what my missus calls them.
Come on, they're not that dangerous. Oh, look, if you're that bothered, I'll move into the house with you till we get shut of them. How's that suit you?
Won't Katie mind?
It's only for a day or two. Come on.
Did you see the look she gave you when we walked in?
I'm not bothered. Go where I want, when I want.
Yeah, and if you get any bother, just tell me.
I can look after myself, thanks, Tyrone.
I was just saying, you know, if you need any help or anything.
But I don't.
Well, you think you don't, but you do. Or you wouldn't have gone up Jamie Baldwin.
It's not my fault there's a shortage of talent round here, is it?
Hey, it's the Reckers like. There's Kirk.
Yeah.
And Tyrone. He's a little gem, ain't you, Tyrone?
Well.
You see, Maria, these are the kind of lads you want to go for. Lads who are going to treat you decent and not let you down.
What's that cow doing with our dinners?
And if he hadn't broke out of prison, I reckon he would have been free by now.
That's what his jealousy cost him, man.
Oh, it cost him. And it cost me. But Jim wouldn't think about that, you see. It's always act first, think later with Jim. And he were always jealous, even when he didn't have reason to be. Always jealous and always handy with his fists.
I understand what it's like for you. No, I do. Better than you think. Because I had a brother who was in prison. Our Bobby. Yeah, he was away. That's what they used to call it. Where's your Bobby then? Oh, he's away. Just at present. My mum thought the world of him. Couldn't do wrong for her. And I couldn't do right.
How do you mean?
Well, the more trouble he got into, the more she would have it that it wasn't his fault. He got picked on, he got led into bad company, he carried the can for somebody else. It was our Bobby this, our Bobby that. Never a thought for the rest of us. I got sick of it, cleared off, left home. And while I was living away, she died. Your mum. Never made it up with her. Never had the chance.
That's what prison can do. Break people. Break families up.
Still, no use mothering, eh? Gotta get on with it. So, when's Jim due out then?
Another year and a bit, if he behaves himself.
Long time to be without your mum.
Charlie! I didn't know you were back.
Oh, just popped in. Thought I'd wet my whistle.
Well, bring your pint through to the back. We'll have a bit of dinner. You can manage, can't you, Liz?
Yeah. I can manage.
Hi, Martin. Come on in. Fish me dad, you're after her just having a kip.
All right.
Just resting my eyes, there's a world of difference.
Well, I just dropped in as I was passing. More of a word of warning than anything else. I've just discovered a nest of squirrels in the loft down at Gail's house.
Squirrels?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because...
Because they can be a real nuisance, they can. Oh, yes, they can get everywhere, I believe.
Oh, they can. Anyway, I've been in touch with Town Hall, spoke to the pest control people, and they said, yeah, they can get in your loft. They can get through holes underneath your roof slates. So anyway, I just thought I'd tip you the wink so then you can check if you've got any holes won't fill in so they won't get in your loft.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Martin, that...
That's very thoughtful of you, Martin. Isn't that thoughtful of him, Ashley? Yes, we shall certainly take your advice.
Right.
Now, you want them squirrels shifting, don't you? Well, I'll give you a piece of advice in return.
Are you some kind of expert, Fred?
No. Noise! That'll shift them, I say that'll shift them. A rattle. Like footer fans used to have, you know. That'll do it, that's what they tell me, any road.
A rattle.
A wooden contraption with a clacker in the middle and you work it above your head. I dare say I could lay my hands on one.
Oh, well, thanks all the same, but I think I'll stick with the experts. They're just going to turn up, trap them and take them away. 165 quid, though.
Never.
Yeah, that's what it's going to cost. Still, I suppose it needs doing. Right, anyway, see you, lads.
See ya. You stop here!
Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Them are our squirrels he's talking about.
They're not ours. They're free creatures wandering around, roaming about. Now do we yours.
Oh, give over. We can't land him with a bill for £165.
You heard me tell him. Drive him out with a rattle. I offered to procure him, were we all? But no, he wasn't for listening, was he? No.
Right, let's get back to work.
Hang on a minute, Kevin.
What's up now? Rosie needs piano lessons, else she'll be scarred for life.
No, it's nothing like that. Don't be silly. Do you know what you were talking about the other day about our anniversary and all that?
Oh, yeah. And you said it wasn't worth celebrating. I got a message.
You can be so snappy these days. I don't know why. Now, I was going to say maybe it is a good idea, you and me doing something together.
Well, I think so, Sam. Look, we hardly have time for each other anymore, what with one thing and another.
Well, it's because we're so busy with the girls in the garage to organise, but 18 years, Kevin, where does the time go? And we're all together again, the Webster family, so you're right, we ought to celebrate.
Sounds good to me.
Scotch and strap, please, Elizabeth.
Coming up.
Ah, the very man. Them squirrels that were in your loft. Gail Platt's got them in her loft now.
Yeah, Martin told me.
I've said now, of course. Only he'll not be best pleased when he finds out where they've come from. He might ask you to reimburse him for his trouble and expense.
Yeah, well, if he does, I'll point him in your direction, Fred.
Me? It's now to do with me.
Don't commit. You think I ain't sussed out where them squirrels came from in the first place? I'll tell you what we'll do. You'll send out, and I'll send out. Have you got it, neighbour?
There you go, Fred.
Yeah, oh. Put it on my tongue, will you?
I will indeed.
A very violent man is that, Tommy Harris. No sooner a word than a blow from that sort.
Plenty like that about. I hear Liz's husband's the same.
He's not all bad, is Jim. I say he's not all bad. I've a lot to thank him for. He saved our Ashley, Claire, and little Joshua from a watery grave.
Jealous type to tell me. He was all for beating up the last pub landlord who gave Liz a job and a bed in his house.
True enough, is that?
So where does that leave you when Jim gets out of jail?
Eh? How do you mean? There's now going on between me and Elizabeth.
Oh, I believe you, Fred, but then I'm not a jealous, violent man locked up in jail with nothing better to do than brood about who's taking advantage of his wife. I'd like to be in your shoes when he gets out.
I've been very kind to her.
That's what he'll be thinking.
Yeah, but there's been naught untoward. You can assure him of that.
Of course you can. But will he believe her?
You've a point there. I say you've a point there. Happen, I should consider letting her go.
Careful, Fred. Kick her out of her job and her home. Chuck her out on the streets. Old Jim McDonald's not going to take too kindly to that, is he?
So anyway, since me and your dad will be out, we thought you might like to have a sleepover at a friend's house.
Yeah, Kellen Hill keeps asking me. It'll be great.
What about you, Rosie? Any of your friends ever asked you to stay over?
She hasn't got any friends. Yeah, I have. Pippa's my best friend at Oak Hill.
Oh, Pippa, she sounds nice.
Yeah, she is.
So what does her dad do?
Dunno, but she wants me to go away with her next summer.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'll go on, Mum. They go to Greece for a month every summer. It'd be so good.
Hey, Greece for a month? You see, that's the kind of people you get to know at Oak Hill. Tell you what, forget what I said about having a sleepover at a friend's house. I've got a better idea.
Now then, Elizabeth, while it's quiet, you're in touch with your Jim on a regular basis, aren't you?
Well, of course I am, yeah.
Well, give him my regards next time you see him. Wish him all the best from me.
What's brought this on?
Nothing, Amateur. I was just thinking about him, that's all. Any road. Tell him I'm doing the best for you. As an employer, no tells.
Right.
Sean, you joining me? If you're offering.
What's Candice doing? Well, at the moment, she's eating a cream cake and drinking a cup of tea. Is she looking at me? Well, not looking at you as such, but seeing as she's facing this way, I don't think she's got much choice but to see you. She's got good bones, hasn't she?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, with some poor girls, the bone structure's all up the front of the frock. But Candice, I think I could make something of her, were she to put herself in my hands. I see her in leather, with the occasional bit of stainless steel.
What are you talking about, Sean? She looks great the way she is already.
Do you think so? Well, then you shouldn't have two-timed her, should you?
Yeah, it just happened.
Listen, you don't have to tell me, love. When temptation rears its head, I am the last to put up a struggle. Do you think she'd give you another chance? Maybe you should ask her.
Oh, what the hell? She can only say no, eh? Hiya, Candice.
Hello?
Listen, I'm sorry about, Sarah and everything. I know I hurt you. I didn't go looking for it. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you. You don't fancy giving it another go, do you?
I could think about it. I've thought you can take me for a drink in the Rovers if you want.
Oh, great.
Oi, you two. You can think of me as your fairy godmother.
Hiya.
Oh, hi, Kev.
I've been thinking about our celebration night. Shall I book a table for two at Delphine's?
Well, I was just about to tell you there's been a change of plan. So phone the pizza place and book a table for 6.
Hey? That was just you and me.
Well, I know what we said, but we don't want the girls to feel out of it, do we?
Oh, it's our anniversary, not theirs.
Yeah, I know, but children are what make a marriage, Kevin, so we want them in the celebrations too, don't we?
And anyway, you said book a table for 6. Well, we had 2 kids last time I counted.
Yeah, I know, but I've said they could bring a friend each. Hey, and Rosie's bringing this girl from school. Oh, she sounds so nice. Her and her family, they go off to Greece for the summer for a month. She's called Pippa.
Ooh, Pippa. I can see it now. She lives in a big house. The kid rides a pony. You'll be wanting Rosie to have riding lessons next.
No, now you mention it, that's not a bad idea.
Is Johnny spinning?
I haven't seen her.
All right, can I have a bottle of cider, please?
Coming up.
Let me get that, yeah.
As long as you know it doesn't buy you anything.
Not even 5 minutes of your time so I can talk to you.
Go on, then.
There you go.
Can I have a bottle of beer as well, please?
Right.
Look, it was all mind games between me and Maria, and they were all about you and me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Look, you gave me the elbow. I wanted to get you back, and it worked. You didn't like seeing me with her. And now you know I've dumped her, don't you?
Talking about me over there.
We'll take no notice.
I can't, we'll have to go.
Well, don't do that, our kid. That's what they want.
Yeah, just ignore him.
Look, it's you that I want. We're good together. We're 2 of a kind.
Yeah, maybe we are. All right, you've got another chance. Will you just excuse me a second?
Yeah?
What is it with you? You always have to pick up somebody else's leavings, don't you? Like you went for Nick. Like you went for our Toya's boyfriend. Oh, you got pregnant by him, didn't you? And he didn't want you, did he? Nobody wants you. And that includes Jamie. So get that into your head, you pathetic, scheming cow.
Hey, enough of that.
Go after a Tyrone.
Yeah.
You don't want to go listening to that Leanne Battersby. She's got a nasty tongue. It runs in the family. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, well, all the same, she's not got any right to talk anyway. There's a few things I could have said about her, isn't there?
And you didn't, and you was right. Because otherwise, you'd have lowered yourself into the gutter with her.
Well, it's not just her I'm upset with, it's him, Jamie Baldwin. He just stood there, he didn't even try and shut her up or anything. Why do I always go for rotten blokes?
Does that include me? You went for me once, a long time ago.
Oh, don't mean you, Tyrone, you're lovely. You're a good friend.
I always will be. I mean that. Because you was the first girl in my life that was a real friend. And I hope you're still there when I drop off my perch.
That's a long way off that. You're still a lad.
I'm not. Not no more.
Oh, you know what I meant. Anyway, thank you. You cheered me up a bit. Good night.
Will you be all right on your own?
I'll be fine.
Coming here with my pecker up, now it's down on the floor again.
And what's upsetting you? As if I couldn't guess. Could it be Jamie with Leanne?
Right first time you've won a goldfish. Wish she was a goldfish. Usually dead by the time you get him home.
You might have to get used to it. I have, watching one of my lads with a woman who's no good to him.
Yeah, and he married her and all, didn't he?
Twice. Now, that's the sign of a real idiot, if they put their hand in fire twice. The usual?
Cheers.
Fancy another?
You're all right, mate. I'll wait until Candice comes in.
She's a good-looking woman, that Frankie.
You certainly won't kick her out of bed.
You would not. And Liz, that. She's in good nick, you know. Husband's been bunged up in jail these last 4 years. She must be crying out for it.
What is it with you and these old slappers, eh?
Well, I'll tell you, for a kick-off, they're more grateful for a bit of attention than younger birds. Can't do enough for you. Oh, yeah. One of these days, when I haven't too much in hand, I shall do Liz a good turn.
Liz, I'm off out. Feet. Will I do?
You look great, love. Right.
Oh.
Let's go and enjoy ourselves.
Okay.